What's going on YouTube, it's ManTiss here, and today I'm bringing you guys another 60 bomb video. I know I've already posted one up, but this is definitely the better 60 bomb. I'm just going to be talking a little bit about the game, my final response on the Black Ops 3 beta, and things that I think should change, and some things I think should stay the same, stay where they're at. I'm going to break it down into different sections. I'm going to break it down starting with guns, perks. I don't really have too much for perks, score streaks, specialists, trying to cover it all. We'll just go ahead and get started into it. As far as guns, I didn't really try out too many. The only guns I used were the Kuda, the Razorback for SMGs. For assault rifles, I used ARC 7 and the Man of War. I don't know why I never touched the M8. I think it was just because of the fact that once I got to level 28, it was mainly on the days where I was just trying to use the sniper and get some clips with that to make a montage. But other guns I used for snipers, I only used the Locust. I didn't bother touching the semi-automatic, and I never made it to 40 to open up the third sniper, which I heard it was okay. We'll start with the assault rifles, the ARs, the ARC 7. The ARC 7 is actually a really good gun. The recoil on it is not bad at all. It's very similar to the AK-47, guys. Basically is the AK-47. The recoil on it, it's really easy to control. I think it's better than the Man of War's recoil. It just, like the AK-47, it just pops straight up. It doesn't really jump from side to side a lot like the Man of War does. The recoil on the ARC 7 and the Man of War, they are both easy to control. I do prefer the Man of War over, just for the fact that it has a slightly higher fire rate. And then as far as the M8, like I said, I didn't really touch it, but a lot of people said it was really OP. You got a lot of one burst kills, but I really, it was very rare when I ever saw anyone get a one burst kill with the M8. Like, there were plenty of times where I would outgun someone with a Razorback and from far distance while they were using the M8. So I mean, I don't think any of the guns were too OP. So I'll just go ahead and move over to the SMGs. The ones I used were the Razorback and Kuda. The Kuda, I did not like it at all, honestly. I think the recoil was a little too much for me to handle, in the fire rate. I don't really like high fire rate weapons like that. It was a little too much. But the Razorback, I mean, it did have a high fire rate as well. But it's just, the accuracy on that is a lot better. Like, you could shoot super straight with the Razorback. It was insane, which brings me to the first thing that could be fixed. The Razorback, since its accuracy is like ridiculous, I think they should add a little bit more kick to the gun, just because that gun I can see it potentially becoming super OP and super overused by a lot of players. But that's just my opinion. I mean, if you guys disagree, you know, that's you, but that's just what I think. I still think all the guns were still pretty evenly matched, besides that. Snipers, the Locust. Now, the Locust is, I'm pretty sure it's the only bolt action rifle. Well, we don't know yet. There's still one classified sniper that we don't know about. But the Locust, it was the only bolt action rifle that we were able to use in the beta. They didn't fix a few things with the sniper until the last couple of days. Basically, when you first came out, the sniper, every time you zoomed in, it felt like the sensitivity was 10 times faster. And you know, it makes sense. Like, if you really think about it, it makes sense. Like, that's how a sniper really is. Like, the farther you zoom in, you can make a really small movement, but you can move just so far with it because you're so zoomed in. It's just covering more area. But if you understand what I'm saying, like, you'll get it. But it just makes more sense that the sensitivity would be higher. They ended up fixing that along the last couple of days. They patched it, and your sensitivity would decrease once you zoomed in, which is how it's always been in all Call of Duties. Every time you zoomed in, they would bring down the sensitivity on ADSing, which they actually do it for you know, any other weapon. It was just a sniper that would do it. And the whole no aim assist and no toughness, at first I didn't know how I felt about it, but after playing for a little bit, I definitely realized, like, it's definitely manageable to do quick scoping and all that. You got to be a little bit quicker with your reflexes on aiming down your sight and getting your your sights on that target, because as soon as they hit you once, you're pretty much fucked unless you aimed really low for some reason and you just popped up and shot them straight in the face. But there's definitely a skill gap there because of the no toughness and everything. So that's going to be really interesting. I actually enjoy that. It's really going to bring out those who actually had the skill to do quick scoping and sniping. I know some people still think, quick scoping, it's not your thing and you guys fucking hate it. But you know what? That's my thing, and that's what I do, and I love it. I think it's extremely difficult to do. Not extremely difficult, but it definitely takes some skill to do. The LMG, I can't remember which LMG I picked up, but it was insanely good. Insanely good. It was like 2-shot, 3-shot kill at most, and I was just laying people out with it. I hope it is actually in this gameplay just so y'all can see, but it's just super easy to control it, and it hardly had any recoil on it. So I mean, I think that's one thing they're probably going to fix when the actual game releases. Recoils, I mean, I'm sure a lot of things are subject to change now that the beta is done, and they're getting their reviews from their people that they wanted to test it out, and they've been working with them for a while now, trying to fix the game. Not really fix the game, but see what needs to be fixed in order for the full release in November. We'll go ahead and move on to perks. Perks, not really perks. Really, I don't really have anything for perks. I mean, they're all pretty self-explanatory. You guys know all about them. I don't think I saw anything new. I'm not sure. Obviously, there's stuff for your specialist, it's like overclock or something. It grants you a faster specialist. Like it just gets you to your specialist faster than it normally would. I think it's like you can get it 3 in the amount of times someone can get 2. So I mean, you're basically getting 1 extra per 2 times if you understand that. But yeah, I don't really have anything for perks. They're all pretty self-explanatory. You guys should know perks. Specialists. Now, I mainly stuck around with the Sparrow just for the 1-shot, 1-kill. I'd actually never touched the I can't remember the name of it. It's like the Electro one, where it was kind of like it's like a beam rifle. But that one was actually pretty cool. There were times where I didn't know you could actually get multi-kills where they shoot once and just get like multi-kills. I didn't know it was like kind of had like an area of effect to it. But that was really cool to know. But I didn't get to try it out. In this game, I'm using the Vision Pulse, which is really cool. You get to see where your enemies are through walls and everything. And it definitely helps out when you're in the hard point and you have that specialist ready to use. And you're the only one there. It's definitely a huge bonus there. And I think it brings a huge advantage to this game. Now the Sparrow, it's not really a big AoE and does hardly any damage if you don't hit on target. Once you hit on target, it is a 1-shot kill. One thing I will say though, when you jump to the ground spikes, it does take time to activate that, and which is kind of a pain when you're trying to get into the hard point or any objective get-based game. It does take time for it to, jump up and release those ground spikes into the ground. It's a huge area of effect. I think you can wipe out like an entire room, an entire like hard point, which is really fucking cool. One thing I don't like about it though is since it's a ground spike, I would think like once you like it would only affect those who are like touching the ground or those who are just not high enough up in the air. There was one time where like I boosted up in the air as high as I could and this guy ground spiked and I still died. Like why I would be affected, it just doesn't make sense to me. I think that's just something that they should look into. We'll hop into kill streaks, score streaks, whatever you guys want to call them. I tried using the care package as much as I could just so I can get a variety of different kill streaks to use. The dart was one. I only got it once and it was an absolute failure. I ran it straight into a fucking wall. I didn't know what I was doing with it. I was just like, oh look, it's a flying drone, and well, that was pretty much the end of it. I just went straight into a wall. They did bring a few things back from Black Ops 2. That you got your Hellstorm again, your Rolling Thunder, your lightning strike, and as always, you're always going to have your UAVs and counter UAVs and such, and they actually brought back the REC, in which it now hovers and it can ride on the walls, which is really fucking sick. Hellstorm, speaking of the Hellstorm, it is extremely good. I don't know if I just had a good luck with it or what, but I felt like every time I used it in Hardpoint, I would get at least a multi-kill. It was just insane. You put it down and it just went everywhere around the map. It was crazy. It's extremely good. Lightning strikes, they were all right. I only got to use it 3 or 4 times, and I think it didn't really work out for me, just for the fact I didn't know the layout of the map. I didn't really understand at some points what was in a building and what wasn't in a building, so sometimes I was putting it right on top of a building and not getting a kill. That's whatever. That's my fault for not understanding the map. And I meant to test out the ping, though. I didn't. You still have the ping. You can cancel out it once you do the ping, so that's cool to know. Other kill streaks. Oh, haters. The HATRS. Man, do I fucking love those. You guys see it in this game where I get a set of haters, and oh my jeez, they are insane. They are extremely good. Probably one of my favorite kill streaks. I swear there was this one time where I like boosted off a wall. Like, I think it was on Combine, where like I was going down that outside part of the map wall, and I swear one chased me like on the wall just to fucking blow me up. Like, these things are fucking brutal. It's insane. Speaking of brutal, like the gore in this game, I love it. They actually brought something to this game where there's some gore, like Gears of War sometimes shit. Like, I'm pretty sure there was one incident when I was going up against a team and they had haters, and one just went straight into me, blew me into like 20 different pieces. It was insane. Loved it. The ground spikes like knock out the bottom half of your legs, and it's all good shit. I think we've pretty much covered everything. That's just my final response. If there's anything you guys disagree on with me, let me know in the comments down below. I'm not afraid to, hear what you guys have to say about the game. Just tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of it, what could be fixed, what needs to be fixed, what needs to stay and whatnot, what you guys loved about it. Give me some sort of feedback in the comments down below of what you guys think of Black Ops 3 beta. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and or subscribe, and please share this video. I love it when you guys share the video. So yeah, see you later.